Crusader Thunderstruck DPS build crazy burst damage. Alright. No, you're gonna DMCA me. Jesus. Alright, we gotta watch this on mute. Come on, Mo. You know your boy Indez is gonna react to this. I cannot have this. Okay, is he speaking? No, he's still playing the music, bro. Okay, how many seconds until the music is gone? Wait, it's gonna be like 1 minute? Okay, 1.2 billion damage. Man, okay. He's going in. He's going in, guys. 1.4. Alright.
The time to farm up all of the new Inferno 7 Essence. As you can see, I'm not missing any of them. From my initial testing, some of them seem very strong, and today I wanted to bring you an update to my PvE builds. And as
you can put the music, but you get demonetized. That's pretty much it.
you saw
and sometimes it can actually take you down, the video down, if they want.
Just now in the 1 minute damage test for this build, it's actually a really strong build, and I managed to get almost a 60 million damage burst, and I also did a total damage of 1.4 billion damage over a minute with an average of over 23 million DPS. And I think that this build has the highest burst damage out of any build I've ever played, and it might even beat out my unlimited power build for the Wizard.
Alright. Was this like the... Bro, isn't this like super close to what we were using on the 500 million DPS Crusader build that I made? And I think like if you just change the head,
it isn't going to be a build
you're going to be able to...
for farming or for dungeons, because it kind of lacks in mobility, although you could adjust the build to have a bit more mobility. But personally, I'm going to be using this build in like raids or any kind of content that needs high DPS.
So single target.
It's pretty much going to be the highest solo DPS for Crusader moving forward. And if you want to check out the farm and dungeon build, I have already made a video about that a few months ago, and I'll have a link to that video in the description below. So without further ado, let's jump right into the video. So for the skills, I'm using Holy Banner. This is just going to be the vanilla banner with no essence. This is kind of becoming commonplace now to see in Crusader damage builds, and unfortunately for me, I'm not the biggest fan of this, so I will be showing...
Yeah, usually you just put this whenever you are ending up like the gem cycle. So in the first like 12 seconds of your rotation, you have the Mother's Lament and the Royal Consequence, so you're gonna have like 70 or 80% crits, and on that, you're Gucci. But after the 11 seconds, you actually want to go with the Holy Banner. So you actually have like a bit more of like crit, and like that you can actually cycle up the banner and your gems in a very good way to give you the best damage output.
Another variation that doesn't use this Holy Banner, because unfortunately with the Holy Banner it becomes a summon and it doesn't move around with you, and it also has health, so it can be easily taken out by mobs. So I will be showing another variation, but if you just want to go for pure DPS and you can kind of make this banner survive, then this is going to be the best option for you. So for the next skill, I'm using the Fist of the Heavens, and I'm going to be using one of the new Inferno 7 Essence, which I'm going to be talking about. Then I'm using the Judgment, which is kind of the classic. This skill is still very, very good, even with all the nerfs. And then for the last skill, I'm using the Condemn, which is also a pretty common skill to see with the offhand that triggers behind the music that I was using.
So this is the one, Thunderstruck. Oh my god. So now the Fist of Heaven will cause your primary attack to emit lightning and damaging nearby enemies. So isn't this like, what is the difference between this one and the Inferno 6? Like, because they look like very, very similar. Did you speed up his voice? No, I don't think he speed up. He's actually normal. I mean, like, he's a British guy, man. Like, he just speaks fast.
So it's Thunderstruck. Fist of Heavens now causes your primary attacks to emit lightning, damaging nearby enemies. Fist of the Heavens damage is increased by 18%. This is such...
Now every time that I'm listening to Mom, his face comes to my mind. It's actually nice.
Essence combined with the Shock Trooper essence for the pants. So this one reads that Fist of the Heavens also explodes when hitting a burning enemy, dealing lightning damage to nearby enemies.
These two combined are so good.
And applying shock. So this is really, really good, because for the main hand essence, we're also using the Sanctified Scribe, which is basically going to give us extra damage, 47.5%, which is huge increased damage to shocked enemies, and we're consistently applying the shock.
You thought he was Chinese, so okay. So there's no Chinese people also in the UK.
With this fit,
I'm not saying he's Chinese or not. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying, you know.
Of the Heavens combo. Moving on now, let's talk about the more typical pieces, which is the Akarat's Rebuke. So I'm using this for the chest piece for Condemn. So this basically also applies Condemn on your primary attack. Basically everything is being procced off your primary attack almost. And moving on now to the shoulders, I'm using the Yawning Rose, which is with Judgment. A lot of you will be familiar.
Okay, so this is pretty much, guys, the build we made like in Inferno 6 with the other Feast of Heaven Ancestors. And he kind of got updated with Inferno 7, right? That's pretty much the whole build. Then he's probably using 4 pieces Augments, 2 pieces Barons, and 2 pieces Vitus, right? 2 pieces, yeah, okay. And here he's using Bloodsoaked Jade, Mortal Hope, Roiling Consequence, Misery, Colossus, Modern Skull. Then he's using the Spectral Glass and the Pain Clasp, okay. What is he? Oh, okay.
So here, and you can basically just get this rank 1 effect, which applies the extra bleeding dot, gives you the critical hit damage.
You're not going to use this.
Really like crazy with this build. I wish that I had this gem ranked up, and yeah, if you guys have it, use it. For the 1-star gems, I'm using the Misery Elixir, which gives us.
So he's saying that it will probably replace the Bottle Hope with the Blood Flow, but I don't think I will use it as an auxiliary though. I think like the Bottle Hope as it is right there, it is actually better.
But yeah, I will be trying to get this to rank 10. It's a very, very good 2-star.
Why is he using like the Morn Skull? I don't understand. Like, why is he using the Morn Skull like in a single target? Like, if he had like probably like a Fervent's Fang or something like that, it will be probably much better, right? Because like this gives you a buff, but the buff needs 3 targets, and on the dummy you only have 1. So probably I would have, you know, changed that one just here. But if you're gonna go into dungeons and things, but the reality is like this is not a dungeon build, you know, like you don't really want to go with this build to the dungeons. Let me see what he went with. He's using 6 pieces Lash, 2 pieces Detested. Okay, yeah. And then he's also using, yeah, the ones on top and the 2 in the bottom. Okay, pretty standard right here. He's gonna use.
Decided on which one to use.
The Overload. I think the Overload was higher damage, guys. Right? Which one? Like, I don't know. I think we were actually using the Slayer. The Slayer Paragon was actually giving more damage than these.
There it is. And they've had good results with it. But
wait.
Like some people use a setup that looks something like this, and they've had good results with it. But I'm just going to stick with the singular setup just for now. As far as the reforges go, I also haven't changed this up at all. I'm still using my PvE loadout here, and this obviously includes
best. I mean, okay, I was gonna say best, but why, Mo? Why you have all skill and not critical hit damage? Maybe no, I was gonna say maybe it changed because of like the blood flow, but it doesn't have blood flow. But maybe in the future, it's actually gonna be a thing. You know, maybe you're actually gonna go and replace critical hit damage with all skill damage, because you know blood flow is gonna give you like a lot of critical hit damage.
The damage to demons, which is good in real play because most of the mobs in this game critical hit chance.
You remember that banger stream on the Crusader? That was a banger one. Actually, it was. We were like mid maxing and squeezing the whole freaking thing, man. It was so fun.
To be buffed by Roiling Consequence, or if you're using a gem like Mother's Lament, you kind of want to get as close to that 100% critical hit chance as you can. It is important to note that once you do press your Holy Banner with this build, this is the vanilla banner, so it will give you the 100% critical hit chance. So if I were to press this here, as you can see, it's going to give me the critical hit chance at 100%. So what you want to do is you want to hit the dummy first and proc all of your gems, proc this Roiling Consequence effect to give you the critical hit chance buff. Obviously this effect doesn't last forever. This 6 seconds can be extended to like 9 seconds or 10 seconds with beneficial effect duration.
Usually it's like 10 seconds. Whenever you see on the dummy the 10 seconds, you put the banner.
So around the 10-second mark, that's when you want to be pressing your banner to kind of cover the downtime of the running consequence, and then you want to be repeating the process build. Like I said, I'm not really the biggest fan of this vanilla banner. So on the dummy, it's really good just to cover your critical hit chance. Cheaper, falling sword. For maybe you can go for. Obviously,
there's not a lot of like good other options. To be honest,
go for the tried and trusted sword. So if we just switch this one back here to the horn space, you would switch out the falling sword, or it would be the holy banner into the.
Okay, give me the damage. I want to see the damage, guys.
Just anything like that, and it isn't going to be doing much damage by itself. But like I said, the offhand essence just gives you a huge damage bonus. This gallows grin is really good. So this is the.
Also now, oh my god. So on Inferno 6, the Feast of Thunder, it was like a charge with a cooldown. Now it gives you every single hit some lightning damage. Oh my god, this is so much more OP. So much more OP. Like it's literally the same answers as Inferno 6, but it's better because now instead of being a spell, it is a buff, and this buff is gonna proc every primary attack. Wow, dude. Wow. Okay. New Crusader build. I mean, like, this one is only 4 single targets. Yeah, pretty good, man. Pretty good. If you guys want to go and check it out, like this build from all, like, go there and drop him a like and a sub if you still didn't.